Hello. Hey guys. How you doing? What's up, Wing Chun? Glad you're here. Hey Christina. Glad you joined. Hey Lush. Hope the crazy weather in the West Coast hasn't caused problems. Oh yeah, it's been some crazy weather. I think last week it was in San Francisco, it was the second the day with the second highest amount of rain ever recorded. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Apparently there was a lot of flooding. Um, yeah. What's up, Nikki? Glad you could join. It hasn't affected me that much, other than the fact that there's a lot of rain. And my patio roof is leaking, so we have that. But other than that, not so much. Yeah, I did go into the city. Oh, so last week I went into San Francisco, and that was the one day that there wasn't any rain, which was so lucky. So cool. So yeah, I actually took the public transit into the city. I never did that before. Okay, I have a car, so I always drive everywhere. But I actually went into the city using public transit, which is not bad, actually. The worst thing about going into San Francisco is the parking. Yeah. You have to pay a lot of money, and you got to find parking either in the streets or in a parking structure. But it's a huge pain in the ass to find street parking. So like nowadays, if I go in, I would just go into a public parking lot and just eat the money. But yeah, but since I took the public transit the other day, it was okay. It was good. I think it was worth it. Yeah, so I was looking into, hey, why don't I take the public transit to other places, instead of driving everywhere? But then I was looking around, and I don't think it's worth the money. So if I calculate, because my car, I have a Prius, I love it, and it gets something like, 47, 48 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. So like if I calculated how much it would cost for me to take the bus instead of taking the car everywhere, I don't think it makes sense. I think it's still cheaper to take the car. Now, what I didn't account for was like the wear and tear on the car, which is very hard to calculate, but I don't know. It seems to still be better to take the car. What's up, Lady Koi? Nice of you to join. Hey, Greek yogurt. So I do have some food. Oh wait, let's do the Africa quiz. Okay. I think this time we're gonna do it. Okay. I can feel it. We're gonna make it this time. We're gonna make 100%. I can feel it. I feel it. Today is the day. We can't even miss one. I'm not gonna miss one. All right, let's do it. Mauritius is here. Togo should be here. Burundi. Where's Burundi? I think you're here. Zambia. Zambia should be here. Niger is here. Tunisia should be here. Oh, Zimbabwe. Okay. Okay. Always have a problem with this one. Zimbabwe, Botswana, right? Zimbabwe, Botswana. No. Botswana, Zimbabwe. Botswana, Zimbabwe? Or Zimbabwe, Botswana. Oh God. I think Zimbabwe is next to Zambia. That's good logic, right? Oh, whew. Okay, good. All right, one big hurdle crossed. Ethiopia should be here. Republic of the Congo should be here. Botswana should be this one. Burkina Faso here. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. We can do it. Today's the day. Lesotho. Morocco is here. Benin. This is Gabon, right? Benin. Malawi. Algeria. Eswatini. Angola. Liberia is here. Nigeria. Mali. Oh, we got it. Madagascar. Mozambique. Wait. Where's Mozambique? This is Tanzania. No. No, it's not. This is Tanzania. Wait, what is this? Is this Mozambique? This is Tanzania. Mozambique. Okay, good. Guinea-Bissau is here, I think. Or here. Okay. Chad, Democratic Republic. Djibouti should be here. Ivory Coast is here. Eritrea. Sierra Leone should be... This is Guinea, right? So this is Sierra Leone. Then what is this? Wait, what is this? Okay. Mauritania is here. Central African Republic. Egypt. Senegal. This should be Senegal. Seychelles is here. Rwanda is here. South Africa. Somalia. Equatorial Guinea. Sudan. Cameroon. Comoros. Ghana. This is Ghana. Tanzania should be here. Libya. Guinea. South Sudan. Oh my God. Kenya. Namibia. Western Sahara. Gabon. Uganda. Oh my God. 100%. You guys. I cannot believe it. Oh, finally. How many weeks did it take? Too many weeks. Too much. Too much. Okay. Cool. That's 100%. All right. You know what this calls for? It calls for some mochi. Oh. Oh. Hell yeah. Calls for some mochi. Mochi with bean paste, okay? Green tea flavored mochi. All right, hold on. Give me a second. This was in the fridge for a week. I hope we're good. Ooh. Ooh. Mmm. 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 Mm. Oh, so good. Mm. Mm. This is like a 8.5 out of 10. Mm. Ah. Well, there we go. Thank you guys for being with me on this journey. It's been a long journey. It's been a very long journey. But you were with me. Was it squishy though? Very squishy. All right. So what do we do next? We got 100% on the Africa quiz. All right, what's next, guys? Should we do... I'm thinking capitals. I'm thinking... $50 state capitals. Do all the countries on Mars? Chinese provinces? No, thank you. Is there one? Chinese provinces quiz. Oh, there is. Oh god, there's so many. All right, let's do the capitals first. I think I should be pretty good at this. I'm not sure though. All right, let's do a preliminary round, okay? This doesn't count. And don't put this on the scoreboard. This is a practice round. You can still name all the state capitals? Damn, you remember that from school? All right, Washington, D.C. You should be here. Bismarck. Bismarck. Oh, shit. Wait, where's Bismarck, guys? Oh, no. Not off to a good start. Bismarck. Wait, where the hell is that? Arkansas? Bismarck. Louisiana? Mississippi? Alabama? Bismarck. Nebraska? Nebraska? Bismarck. Wait, where's Bismarck? I'm so... Lincoln, Nebraska. Topeka, Kansas. Bismarck, North Dakota. Well, nobody goes there. Okay. It's not that important. Boise, Idaho. Because no one cares. Hartford. Where's Hartford? What? South Dakota. No. Pierre. Hartford. I'm trying to sound it out. See which one sounds good. Hartford, Rhode Island. Trenton, New Jersey. Hartford, Connecticut. Okay. Topeka, Kansas. Not in Kansas, and it could be Kansas. Springfield, Illinois. Okay. Carson City, Oklahoma. Carson City, Arkansas. Carson City, Arkansas. Little Rock. Fuck. Jefferson City. Oh, it's Nevada? I should know this. It's right next to me. Not going well. Helena. Helena is probably one of these. Oh, Helena. Oh, Montana. True. Juneau is Alaska. I know that. Tallahassee, Florida. Olympia. Where's Olympia? Olympia, Ohio? Columbus, Ohio. Olympia, Washington. Oh, should have known that. Austin, Texas. Columbus, Ohio. Raleigh, North Carolina. Concord. Oof. What is that? One of these, probably. Concord, New Hampshire. Pierre. Nope. 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 No, Pierre. Yeah, St. Paul, Minnesota. Charleston, North Carolina. Charleston, Virginia? Richmond. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, West Virginia. Okay. Madison. Where's Madison, guys? One of these? Ah! Wisconsin. Ah, Harrisburg. Oh, Jesus. My social studies teacher is gonna kill me. Harrisburg. Where is it? I've never even heard of Harrisburg. Is it even a real city? Pennsylvania. Oklahoma City. Oklahoma. I know that. Atlanta, Georgia. Nashville, Tennessee. Lincoln, Nebraska. Lincoln, Nebraska. Baton Rouge is Louisiana. Trenton is where? Oh, God. Trenton. New Jersey? Okay. Albany is New York. I know that. Jefferson City is where? One of these, isn't it? Ah, fuck. Boston, Massachusetts. Frankfurt. Is it also one of these? Providence, Rhode Island. Frankfurt. Frankfurt. Indianapolis, Indiana. Phoenix, Arizona. Denver, Colorado. Columbia, Ohio, Iowa? No, it doesn't sound right. Columbia, Iowa? Columbia, oh, it's Des Moines. Columbia, Arkansas? Little Rock. Columbia. South Carolina, Richmond, Virginia. Lansing is Michigan. Augusta. Oof. Augusta. Where are you, Augusta? Maine. Oh. Cheyenne, Wyoming. Montpelier. Maryland? Ah, Annapolis. Dover. Montpelier, Vermont. Oh. Des Moines, Iowa. Little Rock, Arkansas. Providence is Rhode Island. Where are you? Wait. Providence is not Rhode Island? Providence, Maryland? Oh. Providence. Oh, wait, this is Rhode Island. Wait, what is that? Santa Fe, New Mexico, Sacramento, Salem. Oh, wait, Salem, Oregon. Annapolis is Maryland. Salt Lake City is Utah. Honolulu. Jackson, Mississippi. Montgomery, Alabama. Oof. Not good. Not good. I clicked on Delaware instead of Rhode Island. Hey, there's too many words, okay? It's like too many words. All right, 52%. You just arrived. Does this mean I got Africa? Yeah, we got Africa. Still a pass in your book? That's an F. That's a very low F. Wow. A lot of these I haven't even heard. Hartford. Okay. So let's say which one did we miss? Olympia, Helena, Bismarck. Bismarck is North Carolina. Bismarck, Pierre. Madison, Wisconsin. How did I miss that? Jefferson City, Missouri. Frankfurt, Charleston, West Virginia. Okay. These are hard, like up here. Columbia, South Carolina. Okay. All right. 52. We'll get it. We'll get it next time. One second. Carjack, New York. Truth. I think we're at 33. Oh, wait, recap. Do I have a victory song? All right. Remind me to do a song, okay? Afterwards. All right. So, what happened last week? Now, last week, we were still at the Go party, right? Where everyone tried to break that Go formation of Mr. Intelligence. Now, Suju successfully broke the Go formation. And the leader of the Carefree sect, this old guy who was supposed to be dead, but he wasn't, he transferred all of his chi energy into Suju. Now, outside, a bunch of people were poisoned by Ding Chunqiu. Mr. Intelligent, he teaches Suju how to cure them using chi energy. So Suju, he goes around. Suju is a Shaolin monk, right? A junior Shaolin monk. He goes around helping everyone, curing them. But when he tries to cure the last person, who is his elder monk, a monk from the name by the name of Xuanen. So he tries to cure this Xuanen monk using the same palm strike that he did for the others, but then Xuanen dies. And Shuju, he accuses Mr. Intelligent of teaching him this technique to kill the elder monk, but then the Mr. Intelligent guy, he himself dies. And it turns out that both of them were poisoned by Ding Chunqiu earlier, right? The master of poisons. The other Shaolin monks leave while Shuju is talking to the people of the Carefree sect. And then he chases after them. He's trying to find them. And he goes into this restaurant. And he orders some food, some vegetarian food, because monks are not supposed to eat meat. But he's tricked by this young man into eating chicken broth and meat. Which was not cool of this young man. And the young man turns out to be Azu in disguise, right? And it makes sense. And they're both caught by Ding Chunqiu. and he wants Azu to return his divine wooden king tripod. Because remember, Azu is in the same sect, right? Ding Chunqiu is her master, right? And she ran away and she stole his divine tripod. And then just then, Mu Rongfu enters the restaurant, and that's where we left off. How's that? No one really knows Harrisburg. Is Harrisburg Pennsylvania? I already forgot. Harrisburg. Oh, it is. It's the capital that no one knows about. All right. Chapter 33. Enduring Anarchy or Apocalypse. What's the worst place in America? Probably Detroit. Probably. All right. Mu Rongfu greeted Ding Chunqiu. Pleased to meet you. Life is really full of coincidence. We just parted for a short while, and we meet each other again. Ding Chunqiu smiled and said, Fate brought us together. Ding Chunqiu pondered. Although this man is my relative-in-law, but I wounded a few of his important subordinates, would he let the matter rest easily? Gusu Murong family got hold of the collection of martial arts manuals, which I took from Wuliang Cave, along with their own ancestral martial arts. Their martial arts knowledge is extremely deep and profound. Returning you with your own move, they're famous far and wide. His hidden weapon skill in firing the chess piece is really formidable. Previously, he entered into a trance while playing chess. Originally, I wanted to seize the opportunity and eliminate him, but he was saved by someone else. Although this little boy's martial arts is high, but he doesn't know sorcery. He turned his head and said to Azu, Just now you said that if I stripped you of all your martial arts, pick off all your tendons and veins, break your hands and feet, you would rather die than tell me the location of the object, correct? Azu was extremely scared. Her voice trembled. Master is magnanimous and generous. There is no need to take disciples' nonsense seriously. Mu Rongfu smiled and said, Mr. Ding, you are so old already. Why lower your level and bicker with a child? Come. I give you 3 toasts. We will discuss literature and martial arts. Isn't it good? Tidying your sect matter in front of an outsider, isn't it too damaging to your reputation? He knew that in terms of relations, he should address Ding Chunqiu as great uncle-in-law, but he simply refused to address him as such. Oh, so Ding Chunqiu and Mu Rongfu are kind of related? Ding Chunqiu is great uncle-in-law. Ding Chunqiu had yet to reply. A disciple shouted furiously, You really have no respect for senior. My master is the most revered supreme martial artist. How can he discuss literature and martial arts with a younger generation boy like you? Are you qualified to discuss with my master? Another person shouted, Respectfully kowtow and ask for guidance. Divine Elder of Xingxiu always loves to help the underdeveloped. Maybe he will give you a few pointers. But you want to discuss literature and martial arts with him? Ha ha ha! Aren't you afraid that people will laugh until their mouth becomes slanted? Ha 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 ha! He laughed 2 times, but his expression was extremely odd. After a while, he laughed 1 more time again. His voice was hoarse. After laughing, his mouth was wide open, and he did not make any more sound. His expression was still odd and mysterious. His smile was really comical. The rest of the disciples knew this person contracted their master's poison. Oh, the invisible poison. Everyone was overwhelmed with shock. This person was their fellow apprentice. They dared not breathe. They lowered their head and dared not look at their master. They thought, I wonder how he offended Master with his words just now. Master used such violent methods to kill him. I have to carefully think about his words and refine them. I cannot repeat the same mistakes. Ding Junqiu was furious, yet fearful. Just now, while talking to Azi, he waved his sleeve. He secretly channeled his internal energy and sent the poison at Mu Rongfu. The poison was colorless and odorless, the poison powder extremely fine. Moreover, the sky was already dark. The restaurant was dark and hazy. Even with Mu Rongfu's high level of martial arts, he definitely could not detect it. But Ding Junqiu didn't know what kind of method Mu Rongfu employed, as he managed to transfer the poison onto his own disciple. Oh, Ding Junqiu tried to hit him with the invisible poison, but somehow Mu Rongfu deflected it and transferred it to one of the disciples. It's not a big deal. It wasn't a big deal losing 1 disciple, but Mu Rongfu did not move his hands or feet while talking, and somehow he managed to transfer the poison powder onto another person. Obviously, the powder was not repelled by internal energy. Even with Ding Junqiu's extensive knowledge, he still could not figure out what kind of skills Mu Rongfu employed. Ding Junqiu thought of the phrase, returning you with your own move. The technique used by Mu Rongfu must be similar to catching and redirecting hidden weapons, catching and redirecting darts, catching and redirecting arrows. Mu Rongfu must have caught the poison powder and redirected it back. But the powder was extremely fine. How can it not land on his body? And he immediately redirected it back. So Ding Junqiu got it on with the model of the jade statue. And she's the mother of Madame Wang, who is Mu Rongfu's aunt. Gotcha. Thanks, Losh. Ding Junqiu was having second thoughts. But if we talk about returning you with your own move, this should be returned back to me. It's likely that this boy was afraid of the Divine Elder. He wouldn't dare to pull the tiger's whiskers. When he thought of pulling the tiger's whiskers, he thought he touched his beard. There were only 7 to 8 strands of burnt short beard left. He felt vexed and angry. Later, when I have time, I will shave off this beard so that I can appear younger. Even with Xu Xinghe and Xuan Nan's martial arts and internal energy, they still died by the Divine Elder's hand. Mu Rongfu is still wet behind the ears. How can he even fight with me? He said, Gentleman Mu Rong, fate really brought us together. As he finished speaking, his body floated forward. He waved his palm and hacked down. Mu Rongfu had long heard of the evil reputation of Ding Junqiu's great energy-dissolving skill. He slanted his body and dodged. Ding Junqiu chopped 3 times in succession. Mu Rongfu used his exquisite body movement to evade. He did not match palm with him. Both of them fought faster and faster. The small restaurant was filled with tables and stools. The place was really cramped. There was simply no room for action, but both of them weaved and moved between the tables and chairs. Unexpectedly, they did not make any sound at all. They did not match palm or fist. Even the tables and chairs remained intact and did not move. All the Xingqiu disciples stood plastered to the wall. Nobody dared to step out of the door. Their master was currently fighting a formidable opponent. If anyone abandoned him then he was committing a huge offense and was not loyal to the sect. Everyone knew the situation was dangerous. If they got caught by the palm wind, their life would be in danger. They prayed that their body could turn into a thin piece of paper as they desperately plastered themselves onto the wall. They saw Mu Rongfu was defending rather than attacking, although his palm move was wonderful. But because he was unwilling to match palm with Ding Chunqiu, his hands and feet seemed to be tied, and he was at a disadvantage. The Xingqiu disciples secretly rejoiced. After numerous moves, Ding Chunqiu became aware that Mu Rongfu was unwilling to match palm with him. Obviously, he was afraid of the great energy dissolving skill. Since his opponent was afraid of the skill, it went without saying that he must use this skill to subdue him. But Mu Rongfu's body movement was swift and unpredictable. It was difficult to force him to match palm moves. After another few palm moves, Ding Chunqiu suddenly had an idea. His right palm waved horizontally and advanced, but he pretended that his left hand was not as agile. He deliberately made an effort to cover it up so that Mu Rongfu wouldn't notice it. Mu Rongfu's martial arts was exquisite. How could he not notice the slightest weakness in his opponent's moves? Mu Rongfu slanted his body and made a half turn. Suddenly, he sent out 2 palm strikes. The power was very fierce. He was targeting Ding Chunqiu's left torso. Ding Chunqiu snorted softly and retreated 1 step. Unexpectedly, he did not use his left palm to meet the palm strike. Mu Rongfu pondered. The left torso of this old freak seems to have sustained some internal injury. Immediately, he pressed on and did not give any leeway. Although his attacks seemed to be focused on the right side, but all his internal energy was completely focused on attacking the left. After fighting for 20 moves, Ding Chunqiu's left hand withdrew into his sleeves. He flipped his right palm and formed a claw. He clawed at Mu Rongfu's face. Mu Rongfu tilted his body and spun past him. He stuck out his fist and struck Ding Chunqiu's left torso. Ding Chunqiu was waiting for this fist for a long time. His opponent finally struck out with his fist. He could not help but feel delighted. Immediately, he flung his left sleeve at his opponent's right arm. Mu Rongfu pondered, even if the wind from your sleeve is 10 times more powerful, how can it even harm me? He did not withdraw his fist. He channeled his internal energy to his arm and forcibly endured the sleeve's attack. There was a chi sound. Unexpectedly, Mu Rongfu's right sleeve was torn off. Mu Rongfu was in shock. Suddenly, something seemed to tighten around his fist. Ding Chunqiu had gripped it. This move was beyond Mu Rongfu's anticipation. He suddenly realized, this old freak is pretending to be injured. He is trying to tempt me. I fell into his trap. He felt remorseful. I was arrogant. I belittled this world-famous old freak of Xingqiu. Currently, it was not possible for him to retreat. He poured his entire internal energy into his right fist and sent it out. Mu Rongfu did not expect the toxicity of the great energy-dissolving skill to act immediately. The energy he sent through his meridians could not be gathered in his right fist. It seemed to have been dissolved by his opponent. Mu Rongfu secretly cried out, "Aiyo!" He is fighting Ding Chunqiu for the first time. He concentrated his attention and did not give any chance to Ding Chunqiu to use his great energy-dissolving skill. Unexpectedly, he still could not avoid it. Mu Rongfu was trapped with no way out. If he channeled his internal energy to resist, no matter how strong it would all be dissolved and he would lose all of his energy. But if he defended and withdrew his energy, all kinds of poison from Ding Chunqiu would also follow his energy pathways to enter his inner organs. As he hesitated, suddenly someone shouted behind him, "Master set up this clever trick. This stinky boy trapped himself in a desperate situation." Mu Rongfu quickly retreated 2 steps. He stretched out his left palm and grabbed the chest of the Xingqiu disciple. The supreme consummate skill of the Gusu Murong family was a technique that borrowed force and redirected it back. It was known as the star-shifting movement. Outsiders were unaware of this technique. They only knew about the brilliant skills of Murong families is returning you with your own move. When dealing the killing blow, the Murong family would always use the opponent's signature move or unique skills. The Murong family knew everything and was proficient in all of them. In reality, there were tens of thousands of moves and unique consummate skills. No matter how smart you were, you could never master every single technique. Moreover, for unique skills, you definitely could not learn it within a short period of time. The Murong family had this incomparably ingenious technique, the star-shifting movement. Regardless of the martial arts used, all the force can be shifted and redirected back at the opponent. Oh, okay. Okay, so the Murong family doesn't know like all of these martial arts of everyone, right? The reason they can use your own move against you is because they have this technique called the star-shifting movement, which I guess returns your force back onto you. For those adept at the throat-sealing sword, if they thrust their sword at Murong Fu's throat, Murong Fu would use the star-shifting movement, and the sword would end up thrusting their own throat. The weapon, the force, the technique, all of them came from their own move. For those adept in the gate-breaking knife, they would chop down with their knife, but end up chopping their own arm. The weapon was their own, the technique and move was their own. As long as no one witnessed how Murong Fu used this star-shifting movement, no one would suspect that these people died due to suicide. Murong Fu inherited the technique from his father. Both father and son trained painstakingly and secretly in the cellar of the Tanghu Manor. Outsiders were completely ignorant about it. The Gusu Murong family shook the martial arts fraternity by force, but nobody knew their true martial arts. Start naming the bones of the body. Oh, is that next? Do I do that next? That'd be cool. The opponents' weapons, fists, kicks, they acted and suffered for it. The sole reason was due to redirection. It was the same logic as punching a stone wall. The harder the force exerted, the harder the counterforce by the stone wall. However, it was easy to redirect tangible objects such as weapons, fists, and kicks, but it was extremely difficult to redirect internal energy attacks. Although Murong Fu practiced this set of skill for many years, but he was limited by his young age, and he had yet to reach the pinnacle of this skill. Thus, he could not use the star-shifting movement on top experts like Ding Chunqiu to redirect the attacks back at him. However, he made use of this good opportunity and displayed his star-shifting movement on the Xingxiu disciple. He shifted and redirected, but it's targeted at the Xingxiu disciple. Currently, Murong Fu was trapped by the great energy-dissolving skill. He tried to redirect his opponent's finishing blow. Luckily, the Xingxiu disciple was eager to fawn upon Ding Chunqiu. He shouted and revealed his exact position. In an act of desperation, Murong Fu did not have time to think, and he simply grabbed the Xingxiu disciple and immediately shifted and redirected. He swapped position with him. This risky maneuver unexpectedly worked. Ding Chunqiu intended to dissolve Murong Fu's internal energy, but as he transmitted his poison, he actually dissolved the energy of his own disciple. Murong Fu succeeded in a single attempt and escaped mortal danger. He quickly made use of this good opportunity and did not give Ding Chunqiu any chance to think. He pushed the Xingxiu disciple onto another disciple. The internal energy of the second disciple was immediately sealed by the poison of the great energy dissolving skill. Ding Chunqiu saw Murong Fu redirecting his force and harming his own disciples. He was angry, but he pondered If I protect these worthless disciples and release his fist, then it will be extremely difficult to grab hold of him again. My Xingxiu sect will suffer a huge defeat, and the divine elder of Xingxiu cannot establish his might in the central plains. Immediately, he increased pressure in his fingers. No matter what happened, he wouldn't release Mu Rongfu's fist. Poison transmitted endlessly from his palm. Mu Rongfu retreated a few steps. He quickly grabbed another Xingxiu disciple and diverted the poison of this great energy dissolving skill onto the disciple's body. In no time, three Xingxiu disciples had their internal energy sealed. They lay down on the floor, paralyzed. Everyone was astonished. They saw Mu Rongfu retreat towards them. All of them cried out in alarm and fled for their lives. Mu Rongfu shook his arms. The three poisoned Xingxiu disciples stuck together and flew up. One of them bumped up against another disciple. The person cried out in alarm, and his body instantly turned soft. The remaining disciples could see it clearly. As long as their master refused to release Mu Rongfu, he would just keep on borrowing force to harm others. Inevitably, their internal energy will be dissolved by their master, and they might be the next victim. They panicked, but no one dared to escape and step out of the door. They scurried around like rats to avoid suffering from their master's poisoned hands. But this restaurant was simply too small. Mu Rongfu waved his arm and he managed to hit 3 to 4 Xingxiu disciples. Ding Chunqiu saw his disciples dodging pathetically. No one had the time to praise him. He was angry, yet ashamed. He pondered, if I defeat the Gusu Mu Rong, it will be a famous event that shakes the entire world. By then, it won't be easy to find disciples who can boast and bootlick. By then, won't it be easy to find disciples who can boast and bootlick? Ding Chunqiu surveyed his surroundings. Of all his disciples, only 2 did not run around. One of them is You Tanzhi. He was squatting at a corner with his iron head between his arms. Obviously, he was scared. The other person was Azu. Her complexion was pale. She was squatting at another corner and observing the fight. Ding Chunqiu shouted, Azu! Azu was currently in a daze. Unexpectedly, her master shouted. She stared stupidly for a while and said, Master, Divine Junior of Xingxiu displaying his immortal power. She only completed half her sentence as she found it awkward. She laughed and could not carry on talking. Her master was indeed displaying his immortal power, but he was injuring his own disciples. Thus, she didn't know how to praise him. Ding Chunqiu could not control Mu Rongfu. He was feeling extremely vexed. Azu addressed him as Divine Junior of Xingxiu, although this name was pretty good, but her smiling expression was obviously ridiculing him. He could not help but feel angry, and his lust for violence burst forth. He waved his left sleeve and brushed away 2 chopsticks on the table. The chopsticks flew swiftly towards Azu's eyes. Azu cried out, Aya! She quickly extended her hands to smack down the chopsticks. However, she was slower by 1 step. The chopsticks touched both her eyes. She felt itchy and numb. She quickly used her sleeve to rub her eyes. She opened her eyes. All she saw was white shadows swaying. After a short period of time, the white shadows gradually disappeared, and it was completely pitch black. She was scared out of her wits. She shouted loudly, My eyes! My eyes! I can't see anything. Suddenly, a burst of cold air entered her body. Immediately after, an arm wrapped around her waist. Someone hugged her and ran out of the restaurant. Azu shouted, My eyes! There was a crashing sound behind her. It seemed to be clashing of palms. Azu felt as if she was soaring on cloud, and she flew up. She was in a daze and vaguely heard Mu Rongfu shout, I cannot accompany you anymore, old freak of Xingxiu. See you. Wait, is Azu blind? Is she blind now? Or is it only temporary? Azu felt the cold chilling her to the bone. The wind was rushing beside her ears. Someone who was colder than ice was hugging her and running madly. She was so cold that her jaws hit each other. She moaned, "So cold! My eyes! It's cold, so cold." The person said, "Yes, yes, we will flee to that forest. Divine Elder of Xingqiu won't be able to find us." He kept talking and running at the same time. After a while, Azu felt his footsteps stop. He put her down lightly. There was a rustling sound underneath her body. She was put onto a pile of dried leaves. The person said, "Miss, how is your eyes?" Azu felt sharp pain in her eyes. She opened her eyes fully, but she could not see anything at all. Everything turned into black. She realized her eyes had been blinded by Ding Chunchu's poison. She burst into tears. I am blind." Oh, damn. Her master just blinded her. Good. Good. Serves her right. Now Yotanju gets to take care of her, I guess. Oh, you know what? Give me 5 minutes. Good time to break. All right. Take 5 minutes to ponder how Azu is now blind. All right. Be right back. 5 minutes. And we back. All right. So it looks like Azu is actually blind. Oh well. So you wonder if she's going to be nice now? I doubt it. Highly doubtful. But we'll see. Wait, is it buffering? No. Is my internet dying? All right. The person comforted her softly. "Maybe it can be treated," Azu said furiously. "The poison of Old Freak Ding is so powerful. How can it be treated? You're lying. I am blind. I am blind." And she continued to cry loudly. The person said, "There is a brook nearby. Let us go over there and wash off the poison in your eyes." As he finished speaking, he pulled her right hand and supported her up. Azu felt his palm was strangely cold. She could not help but withdraw. The person released his grip. Azu moved 2 steps. She stumbled and almost fell down. The person said, "Careful!" And he gripped her hand again. This time, Azu did not withdraw her hand, and she allowed him to guide her to the brook. The person said, "Don't be scared. We are at the brook already." Oh, do you think that now that she's blind, she doesn't know who he is? Maybe she'll never know who he is. Or she won't find out for a long time. Azu knelt down and scooped the water with her hands to wash her eyes. The cool water touched her eyes and her pain gradually diminished, but her vision was still completely black. She couldn't see any light. In a split second, she felt hopelessness, grief, anger, helplessness. All kinds of emotions surged forth. She sat down and burst into tears. Both her legs moved up and down and beat the brook. She cried, "You're lying! You're lying! I am blind! I am blind!" The person said, "Miss, don't be sad. I won't leave you. You rest assured." Azu felt somewhat comforted. She asked, Who are you?" The person said, Azu said, "Sorry, many thanks for saving me. What is your honorable name?" The person said, Miss, you don't know me." Azu said, "You are unwilling to even tell me your name. Still lie to me that you won't leave me. I am blind. It's better for me to just die." She started crying again. The person said, "Miss, you definitely must not die. I will never leave you. If Miss allows me to accompany you, I will always be at your side." Azu said, I don't believe you. You are lying. You are trying to trick me, not to seek death. I want to die. I am blind. What is the point in living? The person said, I will never lie to you. Even if I leave you, then I will die a horrible death. His tone was anxious. Obviously, he was sincere. Azu said, Then, who are you? The person said, I am Juxian Manor. No. My surname is Zhuang, named Juxian. The person who saved Azu was the young master of the Juxian Manor, You Tanzhu. Yeah, no shit. Azu said, So, you are Zhuang, Senior Zhuang. Many thanks for saving me. You Tanzhu said, I am very happy to be able to save you from the poisonous hands of Ding Chunqiu. There is no need to thank me. I am not a senior. I am only older than you by a few years. Then I will call you Elder Brother Zhuang. You Tanzhu felt boundless joy. His voice trembled. This, I don't deserve this. Azu said, Elder Brother Zhuang, I need to request something from you. You Tanzhu said, Don't need to request, miss. Just give me your instruction. I will disregard my life and do my best to fulfill it. Azu smiled and said, You and I are total strangers. Why do you treat me so well? Yes, we are total strangers. I never seen you before. You also never have seen me before. We are seeing each other for the first time. Azu said dimly, Seeing each other? I will never be able to see you. As she said this, she could not help it, and her tears rolled down. You Tanzhu quickly said, It's not important. It's best that you can't see me. Why? My appearance is very ugly. If Miss sees me, you will definitely be unhappy. Azu smiled sweetly and said, You are lying again. I have seen all the weirdest people in the world. I have a slave. He wears an iron mask. He can never take it off. He is truly ugly. If you see him, I guarantee you will laugh for 3 days and 3 nights. Do you want to look at him? Oh God. You Tanzhu was trembling. No, I don't want to see. He could not help but retreat 2 steps. Azu said, Your martial arts is good. When you carried me and ran, your speed was almost as fast as my brother-in-law. But you are a coward. You wouldn't even dare to see an iron-headed man. Elder brother Zhuang, that iron-headed man is very amusing. I asked him to do a cartwheel for you. I asked him to stick his head inside a tiger cage and let the beast bite his head. Then I asked someone to fly him like a kite. It's really fun and interesting. You Tanzhu could not help but shiver. He said, I don't want to see. I really don't want to see. Azu sighed and said, Fine. Just now, you claim that you will fulfill whatever request that I have. It seems that you are lying. You Tanzhu said, No, I won't lie to you. Miss, what do you want me to do? Azu said, I want you to return to my brother-in-law. He is at Nanjing in the Liao Empire. Elder Brother Zhuang, please escort me there. You Tanzhu was stunned. He did not reply. Azu said, Why? You're unwilling? You Tanzhu said, No, it's not that I am unwilling, but I don't want to go to the Liao Empire. I asked you to go look at the amusing iron-headed man, and you refuse. Now I ask you to escort me to my brother-in-law, and you also refuse. Then I just have to travel alone. She slowly stood up. She extended her hands and moved forward to find a path. You Tanzhu said, I will accompany you. How can you go alone? How can you succeed like this? You Tanzhu held on to Azu's soft and smooth hand and guided her out of the forest. He pondered, If I can hold on to her hand like this and walk slowly, even if we are walking to the 18th level of hell, I will also be happy. Or I will still be happy. They reached the main road and came face to face with a group of beggars. The leader of the group was tall and thin, his appearance refined. Yo Tanju recognized him as the great wisdom hall master Chang Guangqing. Yo Tanju pondered. My master injured these people. Unexpectedly, they did not die. He did not want to meet them, and he quickly dragged Azu to get off the main road and walk towards the wasteland. Azu felt the terrain was uneven and bumpy. She asked, "What happened?" Even while blind, she's a terrible person. She's gonna stay terrible, I believe. That's my guess. Yo Tanju had yet to reply as Chang Guanjing spotted them. He quickly rushed over to block them and shouted in a stern voice, "Your behavior is secretive. What are you trying to do? You are so strange looking. What is that?" Yo Tanju was very anxious. He thought, if he shouts out Iron-Headed Man, then Azu will immediately know who I am. She will not pay attention to me anymore. She won't let me hold on to her hand and accompany her to Nanjing. He quickly made some hand gestures to warn Chang Guanqing not to reveal his appearance. Chang Guanqing did not understand the meaning of his hand gestures. He asked curiously, "What are you doing?" Yo Tanju pointed at Azu. He waved his hands. He pointed at his mouth and waved his hands again. After that, he cupped his fist as a sign of respect. Chang Guanqing could tell that the Azu was blind. He vaguely understood that the Iron-Headed Man was asking him not to speak. As he was thinking about what to do, the rest of the beggars had rushed to his side. One of the beggars pointed at Yo Tanju's head and burst into loud laughter. He shouted, "Ha! This is so strange. This iron..." Yo Tanju threw himself forward and struck out with his palm. The beggar raised his hands to block. There were a few kala kala sounds. The beggar's arm broke and ribs broke simultaneously. His body flew up a few jung and landed on the floor. He died violently. Uh-oh. Not good. The rest of the beggars were shocked and furious. 5 of them attacked Yo Tanju together. Yo Tanju waved both his palms. He struck and slapped randomly. His martial arts was lousy. It could not be compared with these beggars, but his palm moves everywhere and sounds of kala kala, ayyo, ayya, pung pung pung, poo poo. The 5 beggars all flew up and landed on the ground. They died one after another. Everyone was terrified. After surrounding Yo Tanju and Azu, they dared not step forward to attack. Yo Tanju suddenly cupped his fists and saluted Chang Guanqing. He pointed at Azu and at his iron head. He waved his hands. Chang Guanqing saw him kill 6 beggars with just a few waves of his hands. His energy was extremely profound. Such power was rarely seen. He could simply step forward and attack, but he made a salute. Chang Guanqing didn't understand his intentions. He copied Yo Tanju and made hand gestures. He pointed at Azu, pointed at Yo Tanju's head, pointed at his own mouth, and waved his hands. Yo Tanju was overjoyed and nodded his head repeatedly. Chang Guanqing had an idea. This person's internal energy is strangely profound, but he is scared that I will leak out his secret. It seems I can use this matter to control him and make use of him. At once, he said to the rest of the beggars, "Everyone, please keep quiet. Nobody is allowed to speak." Yo Tanju was very happy. He cupped his fists at Chang Guanqing again. Azu asked, "Elder brother Zhuang, who is it? Did you kill someone?" Yo Tanju said, "It's some friends from the beggar clan. We had some misunderstandings. Great Wisdom Hall Master Chang is benevolent and righteous. He is a good person. I respect him a lot. I accidentally harmed a few of his brothers. I feel very apologetic." As he finished speaking, he bowed to the rest of the beggars. Azu said, "Are there good people in the beggars clan? Elder brother Zhuang, your martial arts is so high. Why don't you simply kill them all and help my brother-in-law vent his resentment?" Yo Tanju quickly said, No, this is a misunderstanding. Hall Master Chang is my good friend. Just wait there. I will clarify the matter with Hall Master Chang." As he finished speaking, he beckoned Chang Guanqing over. Chang Guanqing was baffled as this iron-headed man recognized him, but it seemed he did not have any evil intentions. He followed, and they moved away Tenjiang. Yo Tanju saw that Azu was far away from him. She definitely could not hear him speak, but he was afraid that the beggar clan's members will hurt her. He dared not move further any more, and stopped. He cupped his hands and said, Hall Master Chang, I hope you can help me cover up the truth. I will never forget your great kindness and virtue. Chang Guanqing said, The ongoing of this matter, I really can't make head or tails of it. May I know the honorable name of this respected brother? Yo Tanju said, My surname is Zhuang, named Juxian. I met some unfortunate incident and this iron mask ended up on my head. You cannot let that lady know of this matter. Chang Guanqing noticed that Yo Tanju kept looking at Azu while speaking. He was very caring and passionate. Chang Guanqing already deduced 70 to 80% of this matter. He pondered. This young lady is pretty and elegant. This iron-head man must be in love with her. He is afraid of letting her know about his grotesque appearance. He asked, Brother Chuang, how come you recognize me? Yo Tanju said, Your great wisdom hall had a gathering to discuss who to nominate as clan leader. I happened to be nearby and heard someone address you as Hall Master Chang. I accidentally injured some of your brothers today. Really, it's really my fault. I hope Hall Master Chang can forgive me. Chang Guanqing said, It's just a misunderstanding. There's no need to take offense. Brother Zhuang, this object on your head, I will never speak about it. Later, I will inform my subordinates, and they will also not speak about it. Yo Tanju was so grateful that he was nearly in tears. He cupped his hands repeatedly and said, Many thanks, many thanks. But Brother Chuang, if you walk hand in hand with this lady, it's unavoidable that you will meet some people. They will definitely make a huge fuss up and shout it out. Even if Brother Chuang kills all of them, it will be too late. Yo Tanju said, Yes, yes. After saving Azu, his mind was drifting. He never considered such matters. After hearing Chang Guanqing's logical deduction, he did not have any idea on what to do. He stammered, I will hide with her in some deserted mountain. Chang Guanqing smiled and said, I am afraid that lady will be suspicious. Moreover, if both of you become husband and wife, sooner or later she will know. Yo Tanju felt his chest heating up. He said, Become husband and wife? I didn't think of that. It's not possible. How am I worthy? But that is really difficult. Chang Guanqing said, Brother Chuang, you didn't abandon me and say that I am your good friend. Since I am your good friend, I will think of an idea for you. Let's do this. We will travel to the small town ahead and rent a carriage. You and that lady will sit in the carriage. Just lower the curtains and no one can see you anymore. Yo Tanju was very excited. He was able to sit together with Azu in a carriage. It was even better than being an immortal. He quickly said, Correct. Hall Master Chan's idea is great. And I think this is a good place to stop. Yeah? Yeah? Did you guys like that chapter? What was the best thing about that chapter? Azu getting blinded. The best thing. Serves her right. Yeah, so it looks like she's going to be traveling with Yo Tanju. I wonder what's going to happen. She's going to find out sooner or later, right? Who he is. But we'll see. It'll be interesting. Chopsticks. Yeah, chopsticks are dangerous. You said to remind me about a song? Oh shit, you're right. I have to sing a song. Well, I have a song that's stuck in my head, so I think I'm gonna sing that. Those chopsticks barely touched her eyes. They were poisonous chopsticks. Hmm. 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 Mochi, so good. Nom, 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 nom. Should I sing with mochi in my mouth? That would be funny. Hmm. Alright, short song for you. Because I got 100% on the Africa quiz.